Thinking about homeschooling, ask yourself this first. Hi everyone, I'm Dion Casa. I have over 25 years experience as a homeschool mom, a teacher in the private and public sectors, and a learning loss interventionist. I'm also a curriculum developer and the owner of Dynamic Educational Consulting. With all that being said, my goal here is to help you all follow God's lead and teach with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share your experiences. I would love to hear from you all. So jumping into this video, is now a good time for you to homeschool? Today, I'm going to give you 5 key things to consider while you're making your decision. Number 1, is this God's timing for you and for your child or children? So I believe there is a time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3:1 tells us that for everything there is a season. So is this your season to homeschool? It's not that you are not a capable or competent parent. We all are capable and have the potential to be great educators. But really, is it the right time? There can be so many questions around that decision, like, should I take my child or children out of school today? Should I wait until the quarter or the semester ends? Or should I wait until next year? Those are really important decisions that only the Lord Himself can answer for you. So my first recommendation is go to the Lord in prayer and ask Him, is this the time for me to homeschool? He is faithful to answer your prayers and give you the clarity that you need. The second thing that you need to ask yourself is, are you dissatisfied with your child's learning environment? Maybe your child is learning way ahead of the other kids in class, but the teacher is not able to teach at that pace. So your child is getting bored, maybe even having some behavior issues because your child is ready to move on. That is a real concern. You might also be on the other end of the spectrum where your child has been diagnosed with a learning delay or disability and you are refusing to accept that label on your child. That actually was my experience, and I will share more about that in a later video. Those are very valid concerns when asking yourself, is homeschooling right for my family? The third thing you should ask yourself is, do you feel that your child's social environment is healthy and safe? Now we live in such perilous times that we know there are so many issues in school. I had a therapist tell me at one point with my own child that school is one of the most toxic places for children nowadays. That is a very, very sad statement. Bullying is a huge issue in America, especially now with social media, cyberbullying. It's all a very real part of what goes on in school nowadays. So really finding out what's going on in your child's social world at school is key to understanding, you know what, maybe it is time to pull my child out and give them a new environment. Fourth thing that you need to ask yourself is, do you understand the time commitment? Kids are in school for 6 or 7 hours a day. Now, with homeschooling, you don't have to be in school for those long hours, but there is a time commitment that you should consider. Now, ideally, if you're a stay-at-home mom, that works best because obviously you have more time in your day. But if you're a working mom, you have to consider your hours. I actually have known 2 homeschool moms that were nurses. They worked at night and they homeschooled their kids during the day or worked weekends. And so that worked out for their family. Now, I have to say that would be incredibly difficult for me. So just making sure you understand your time and energy and how that would work with such a big commitment. The fifth thing that you want to ask yourself is, do you have the support system? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean family and friends all gathering around you saying, oh yeah, it's time to homeschool. A lot of times family and friends are your biggest opponents, right? They just don't believe that, homeschooling is right, and it's, you're taking your kids out of school and they're not going to be social and all of the chatter that you will hear. But really, if you don't have that family and friend support, do you have a church family that will support you? A lot of times churches do have homeschool communities, or is there a local co-op that you can join where the homeschool families get together and encourage and support one another? I would say this is very important. I was blessed to have my best friend at the time also homeschooling her children. And so it's just so nice to be able to call each other at the end of the day like, oh girl, let me tell you what I went through today. And so that's just a nice thing to have to keep you uplifted, to keep you moving on in your journey, because I guarantee you're going to have a lot of good days, but you're going to have some challenging days too. That support is really key to keep you moving forward. I hope these 5 questions that you can ask yourself help you in making your decision whether it's the right time to homeschool. I hope you all join me for my next educational video. And remember, grow in clarity, walk in confidence, and make it an amazing day. Bye for now.